The reason you don't have it, that thing that your heart desires, that you want so badly, is because you are in a space of wanting it so badly. And the universe always says yes. Yes, you can want that thing more. You seem to be enjoying the wanting. Keep wanting. Here you go. Here's more waiting. Here's more wanting. So how do you get yourself out of that space? It's detachment. Just trust the process. That's what everyone keeps saying. Should be really easy, right? Make a wish, let go, and it just shows up. But why isn't that working for you? Probably because you're in the space of wanting. And when we get trapped into that energy of wanting, the universe says, yes, you can have more of that wanting. You seem to be enjoying the wanting. You keep checking your reality for why isn't it here yet? And it's normal. Everyone does this. We have a desire and it hasn't shown up. We've been putting in the effort to pull it into our reality. We've done the affirmations. We've done the vision boards. We've done the visualizations, the meditations. We've done the journaling. We've done the scripting, all of the things. We've done all of the things. Where's my stuff, right? And we all get to that point, like, why isn't it here yet? What's going on? But once we go into that, why isn't it here yet? It's putting us back in the energy of wanting. So how do we start to detach and get out of that energy of wanting? One of the biggest get real moments you can have with yourself is what's the fear? What is the fear behind, if I don't get this thing, then what? If it's a person, a specific person that you've been wanting, if I don't get this person, then what? No one's ever going to love me. The abandonment wounds are ripped open. Does it speak to worthiness? Are you running a program of I'm not worthy if I don't get this person? Have you set your sights on somebody that is actually going to ensure that you fail? So with specific people, I've never been one for like try and manifest your SP or specific person, because it leaves no room for the universe to do its thing. And if you want the reality of your dreams, you're co-creating with the universe. It's not just you. There are so many moving parts and pieces. You have no idea what the universe has to do to coordinate all of this to bring you the thing you want. And the thing that you want, it's never the thing that you want. You want millions of dollars? No. You want a feeling of security. You want the opportunity to experience luxury. These are different than having the $1 million. So when we can get to that space of truly being honest with ourselves and starting to do the work on why do I want this thing, the detachment actually becomes easier. And the detachment is that letting go and trusting the process. And when we can get to the space of saying, universe, I would love this thing or something even better. And I always leave it open, this thing or something even better, because that gives the universe a lot of a chance to work even more magic in your favor than what the little human originally like imagined. So trusting the process and letting go of control, it's definitely part of the detaching. But I think the bigger part of detaching is, why do I want this thing? And to really dig deep and get honest. Why do I want this thing? And when you can answer that question honestly, 110% honestly, if I don't get the job, my parents will think I'm a loser. If I don't get the house, I'm going to be homeless. Is that even true? Like, if you don't get the house, are you homeless? No. There's lots more places you can live, right? So just dig, sit with it, let it filter through your energy. Why do I really want this thing? Because when you have the why, it helps you start to let go of control. And if you can find the feeling that you actually want that represents the thing, or that the thing represents, is more to the point, inside of you, okay, if I get this $1 million, I can buy a house and a car, a reliable car. These things will both keep me safe. They give me security. Okay, what does safety and security feel like in my body? Where do I feel unsafe in my body? I'm not talking about pulling in a cup of coffee. Most of us have access to coffee at work, at home. It's not really a big deal. We don't really care. We don't put a lot of importance or emphasis on pulling in a cup of coffee because we know we can. We always know there's going to be coffee at some point. There's other things that we build up to be, super important. We kind of put them on a pedestal of like, I need that thing. I need that thing to be seen, to be heard, to be validated. And then we're looking, where is it? Why isn't it here? I've done all of the stuff I'm supposed to do. I've done my journaling. I've done my meditations, my scripting, my vision board, all that good stuff. And that good stuff really does help you focus your attention. Your attention is a currency, so to speak. Anyways, when you're constantly checking your mirror and you start to replace that knowing, expectation is it's coming, it's going to happen, it's done. When you replace that with hope, which to me is actually a low vibrational energy, or even anxiety, because now you're getting anxious. Where is it? I'm really hoping it comes. It could come any minute. You got to bring it all back down, right? And detachment is the quickest way that you can start to neutralize all of that to help yourself get back to your 0 point, because 0 point is where we pull in the most things. It's the magic sweet spot, right? That 0 point where, yeah, that looks pretty cool, but I'm okay if I don't have it. That is the most likely space that thing is going to drop into your reality. So how do you get to the detached space? Well, you got to have the get real moment with yourself. So why do you want the thing? And really go deep and ask that question. Why do I want the thing? So let's say the thing is a job and you really, really want it because, well, all of the reasons we want jobs, we're gonna throw it out there, and this is what we're gonna pretend are the reasons you think maybe you want the job. So you got bills to pay, you want to buy food, maybe you want to have a little extra for a vacation, all that good stuff, right? And you're like, that's why I want the job. But really, deep down inside, it's I want the job so that these people see me as this. Okay, that's cool. That's one layer of why you're anchoring into that wanting. Now, sit with that. And these people see me as this. Can you take it one step further and say, I see me as this? Is that a possibility? Once you can get to the why, you can really start to take full responsibility for your reality, why something is not showing up in your external reality. It's going to start to show you some of the lack internally. And I know it's such a hard pill to swallow, where it's like, yeah, but I want this bright, shiny new car. Why do you want the bright, shiny new car? Because somebody you thought was really cool at some point in time had one? Or because you just really love how the car handles and drives, and or are you maintaining an image, right? And it's this stuff we've got to look at. The why do I want the thing? Because the why will help you start to see it inside, where you can start to shift and change your energy to get out of the lack spaces within. And we all have it. We all have these programs running within us, these lack, limiting beliefs, these distortions in our quantum field. And it's the difference of who we truly are and the programs that we're running from our parents, our ancestors, our teachers, our mentors from when we were children that set those lack and limitations. One of the tools I like to use when trying to drop, to lower how important I've made something, how high I've put it on the pedestal, to bring it down and collapse the difference in energy between like the me that I think, oh, this me up here has it, or is being the energy, but this me down here. So I want to collapse that gap. I want to bring it down. One of the things I do to bring it off the pedestal, get out a pen and paper and write down all of the reasons why it really doesn't matter. It's really not that great. So if we're talking about a car, I don't know, it's a bright red, shiny sports car. So I'll get out the pen and paper and like bright red, shiny sports car. Okay, well, it's very visible. So if I'm driving like speeding and having fun, it's going to be very easy for attention I don't want, right? So I put that down. Ooh, maybe the insurance is going to be really high. So I'll write that down. Ooh, could be a real pig on gas. So I'll put that down. And look at all of the things, all of the negatives, because there's always negatives. Whatever it is you want, there is always negatives. Look at the negatives. You know what? Maybe I don't even want this thing. Maybe I really don't want this thing. Now I'm saying these things out loud and I'm talking to myself, to the universe, but I'm also allowing it to change my frequency and vibration. So maybe I really don't want this red sports car. It's one of those things that just draws a lot of attention. I'm not really a flashy person. I don't like a lot of attention. Whatever. This car, it needs me more than I need it. Like, I'm just done here. So whatever. And the next day, or that day, is the thought, oh, I really want that red sports car. And say it's all you can think about, because sometimes we get in these loops, right? But when that thought comes in about the sports car, yeah, that's nice. Whatever. I don't even need that thing. Don't even know if I want it. Let it go. Drop it. Let it go. Drop it. Let it go. Drop it. To the point where you can still look at it and be like, yeah, okay, it'd be pretty cool. But you're no longer looping in that I need it, I need it, I want it, I want it, I need it, I need it, where the universe is like, they seem to be having a lot of fun doing the wanting and needing energy. Let's just keep them there. Right? To neutralize the energy as best you can, because the wanting and needing, it's like the opposite of having. So like if you can get to that middle point, collapse out all down to zero, then you're not tipping either side of the scale, right? Cool thing about being in the wanting and needing energy and it being the opposite of having it is you've already experienced the not having it, which, by the way, will get you to the spot of having it, because there's almost like this universal law of polarities, right? Opposites, where how willing are you to experience the opposite of the thing you want? Well, if you're trying to manifest it, you're already experiencing it. So can you just make peace and be in that gratitude space for not having it? Can you flip it that way? There are many, many ways we can start to lower any kind of importance we've built up and start to detach from the thing that we want. And just, yeah, it's done. But even if it's not done, I'm okay with that too. And just be in that space and just trust and know that everything's good, everything's working out. Because that is the detachment. It's just trusting the process. The universe is always giving me yes answer. And like once you're functioning from the space that the universe always says yes, the answer is always yes. But the answer is always yes to the frequency and vibration, not the pretending. Like you can affirm it, but if in your heart you're still in that space of like, oh, I feel like a fraud, I'm saying the words, I'm a multimillionaire, but I check my bank account and it says I only have $5, and I know it's not true, and there's any kind of like fraud energy, well, the universe picks up on your frequency, and that's what it's delivering on, is your frequency. So hopefully that's helped a little bit. Let me know in the comments what you've been gripping onto really, really tight, what it is you've been trying to manifest and pull into your world. And maybe let some of our other viewers know some of the ways you've tried to detach, what is most effective for you.